life. So the whole emotional work, the reason we spend so much time on it is because it's important, because if we're emotionally in a great amount of conflict, it's going to be very difficult to really begin to really embody the deepest thing we know. So I hope by now that you've seen how all the elements of this course, they all work together. None of them, there's the part of awareness only, finding that resource of calm and stability and maybe even realization within you, right? That awareness only. Then the emotional maturity aspect, now the embodiment aspect. All of these go together. You can't really take one and separate it out from the other. It doesn't really work that way in the end. So you have to see how all this fits together. To embody the deepest thing we know, we need to have some amount of emotional maturity, and we need some grounding in that inner reference within ourselves, because if we don't have some inner grounding in an inner truth, then what truth are we seeking to embody anyway? Then what we're just seeking to embody is something that we have liked hearing about, or sounds impressive to us, but it's important that what we're embodying is something that we've actually have some experience of. We're not just seeking to embody an idea. That's been tried many, many times. People get the spiritual ideals, the ideal of what they think awakening is, the ideal of what they think enlightenment is, the ideal that they think liberation is. We have all these sort of ideals, which are, for the most part, idealized, romanticized images in our minds. So I'm not talking about embodying, one of these sort of romanticized ideals, because then you're separated. You're always trying to become something that's in your mind, but you haven't quite become that yet. That doesn't work very well. So we're not trying to create ideals. We're bringing it back. Really, it goes back to the very first month of awareness only. We talked about awareness, the experience of awareness, being able to be experienced at the level of mind as sort of an expanse of a spaciousness, empty, open space. That's how awareness is experienced up here, sort of at what I call the level of mind, but really what it means just is this part of your being upstairs, you might say, open, spacious, vast awareness. As that is experienced in the heart, now that awareness isn't just open and vast, but it's also intimate and close. There's a kind of warmth that comes in the heart when we experience the purity of awareness through the heart. Then that's love. That's selfless love. And then as we go down into the gut, then we experience at a very awareness only in an even more fundamental layer, when we go really truly begin to go beyond the limited conception of self altogether, right? And so the embodiment depends on our state of consciousness. We can't embody something that we don't actually know. We can try to, but it usually doesn't work out particularly well.